So I'm 200 pounds. We're very confident in our new straps. Same as our older straps, but I just want to show you when I hang from one strap, still not breaking. We're good.
Well, everybody, we just finished eating some burritos. Robert, the hungry man that he is eating another burrito in the back of the van right now. We are going to install and build the brand new Velocirax rack here in Monterey in the parking lot of Taqueria Zarape, just to show if we can beat Robert and his burrito eating appetite with the speed and the swiftness of these experts. So learn about the new rack, get it built and installed, tell us about it along the way. So let's get into it. Time for a new bike rack. So what were the big goals that Velocirax wanted to achieve with the new rack, high level?
We wanted to achieve higher durability, so it's going to last you way longer than 5 years. We're at 6 years as a company now, and we kind of saw all the things that were happening, and so everything in 2.0 is to improve the longevity over 5 years, basically, is what we're going after.
Okay.
So instead of plastic washers here, if you look close, we actually have welded bearings into the new post here,
Oh, cool.
which is going to increase its durability significantly. It's also going to decrease the amount of play you have in between your center post and your hitch receiver. In here, instead of having a circle for our center pin to lock it into place, it's actually a square and the other side's wedged. So no matter how much wear and tear it gets, it's only going to get tighter and tighter and will never loosen up over time.
Any changes to the user interface functionality, the lever pull? Okay, okay.
The lever is much bigger, way ergonomically more friendly. That was one of the biggest feedback we got, is the lever is too short.
Okay.
So you'll see here in a second, our lever is way more robust.
Knife? That's not a knife. Any changes to the weight limit overall of the rack?
Yeah, so weight limit did change. Instead of 55 pounds per basket, it's going to be 100 pounds per basket.
Whoa.
And the rack is actually lighter than 1.0. So it's stronger and it's lighter.
Okay. That's pretty impressive. So what is the
so
max?
Here, this is a square wedge now.
Okay.
Instead of a circle on that guy. So you can see our lever here is nearly 3 times the size. So instead of having to do that little bouncing motion with the 1.0, you can just take this thing, pull it down without having to do any extra leverage. So in this part of the build, you would have had to squish these washers in between the rack, right?
I do remember that.
Now you don't have to do that. You have our welded bearings inside here. And so, whoa. If I can even get this guy to snuck in there. Going in.
Torque values when torquing down these bolts, they're all in the instructions, I imagine?
Yep, okay. They're going to be the same, and same as 1.0. This guy, you're going to start out at 45 foot-pounds.
Okay. Torque on the anti-rattle?
25 foot-pounds on that one.
All same hardware size?
Yep, 17 and 15/16.
Okay.
So now, on this one, there's absolutely no movement left and right.
Yeah.
Barely any movement.
Yeah, I remember that was one of the things with the last one. I loved the rack, but you could feel that.
And over time, it would just, right. Absolutely nothing has changed on the top bottom crossbar. That's pretty boring. And we will magically get rid of this one and bring in our light bar we're gonna give you.
Okay. So this is the same bar, but just with the light add-on.
Yeah, so this is our light bar accessory. Just ties into your regular trailer light plug-in.
Do you have a license plate add-on as well?
We do not.
Okay.
We are working on something that's going to actually have a license plate holder and a light on it, both combined.
Okay.
But for now, no.
Okay.
Just the light bar.
How much is the price for the add-on for the light bars?
So the light bars run anywhere from 125 to 135 depending on the length.
Oh, okay.
The 6 is 130.
Okay.
So when you're putting your 30 grand worth of e-bikes on the back, you have some more visibility, you know?
That's important.
I'm gonna pull these off really quick because we actually have 2.0 straps for you on the ground.
Oh yeah?
There's some minor differences, but differences nonetheless. These holes are a little bit shorter. There's a little bit more rubber in between the holes. So this guy's weight capacity is somewhere around 300 pounds before it broke. This one was like 255. So the straps are getting thicker, more solid. They're gonna be better for holding bigger bikes.
Okay. How long were you finding people usually were getting out of the straps?
Well, it just kind of depends. If you're in Arizona and it never gets in the garage, it's about 2 years. If you're like us, where it's in the, like my boss is in the garage all the time. I mean, he had switches out in 3 and it was fine.
Okay.
So I don't know how many, you guys go through the straps?
I think we've only broken one maybe,
Okay.
and it was on a several-year-old rack, so yeah.
All right, this is the newest and most exciting part of Rack 2.0. This is the new 2.0 basket. That is both lighter and stronger.
That looks sick. Wow.
We're very excited about it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty light.
So it's not a ton of weight, but we were able to shave some weight.
All adds up, right?
All right, 6 baskets that are a couple ounces lighter. We've shaved like 3 pounds. I mean, okay, you went from 95 to 92, but hey, we are stronger and we are lighter. We did it.
So one of the things I asked about originally, I don't know, a couple years ago was the opportunity, maybe it was a collab to do custom colors. And you guys were saying like, we can barely keep up with orders as it is, let alone custom colors. Is that still the case?
Yeah, unfortunately it
Okay.
is. We're sticking with the Ferrari red. I'll have you put that basket on that one.
Is that the preferred order?
No, I just gotta put the locking system on.
Oh, okay.
And that one will get in the way.
You kind of wedge it on a little bit. Installation tip. Seth, take him away.
So instead of going flat like this, if you kind of start up in the middle and pull it down first, get it flat and then move it down, you'll have a much easier time getting the holes to get lined up with your new tire baskets. Also, pro tip, you're gonna be strapping on this backside, not the front, so I recommend putting the bolts through towards the front, not this way, this way. It's pretty much golden.
Won't have the quarter ton sliding.
Maxima high gloss, love this stuff.
So after a rack is newly built, you recommend people do a bolt check after a certain amount of miles, or?
Yeah, so actually after you've used it 3 times, what we really want you to check is this center bolt to make sure it's tight.
Okay.
Everything else should be pretty solid. As long as your components aren't moving at all, you should be good.
Okay.
But just check the center bolt there, make sure it's tight to 45 foot-pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan and I are gonna hold on to these and hang
Okay.
our weight. And you're gonna come just pull on that guy
Okay.
and watch it lower. Ready, go.
Dang. All right.
So no more bounce, you can just yank on that thing. You've got more leverage, it's gonna make it quite a bit easier for you.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. It's pretty neat. You don't have to like push up to unweight it.
Yeah. So locking system's still in there. It's the same as the old one. Take that, pull these out,
Okay.
put it in there.
And then you should provide your own lock.
Nope, here's your lock. What do you want
Oh boy, look at that.
All right, people, you want to steal Drew's bikes? What do you want your code to be?
6969.
I knew it. All right, 6969. There we go. So
Clearly, we're gonna have to change this after the video's done. Have these gotten any thicker here?
Yeah.
They look thick.
They're thicker and they're hollow. That's how we were to shave
Ah.
some of the weight. Instead of
Okay.
being a steel rod right there, it's hollow, still the same amount of strength. And then this, the triangles here, actually is lighter than those steel rods on the 1.0.
Yeah.
Also where we were able to shave some weight. So all the weight we shaved was in the hoops.
Okay.
Do you have your keys?
Yep.
Hit the lock button, see if the lights turn on really quick for us. Or whatever makes those guys go on. Yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
Light it up.
Beauty. This is cool though, for sure. I'm very stoked about that part.
Yeah, that's gonna make bringing it down easier. And that square, I mean, your left and right, no movement at your bearing, and that front and forward we have
Yeah,
totally gone because of it's wedged and it's a square.
very
So,
cool. Killer.
Minor changes, it's gonna make it last way longer. So
I like it. All right, well, we got the rack done and built. Robert, you finished that burrito yet?
Still working on it.
Oh my goodness, he must have slowed down for that second burrito. So Seth, we got this thing built. That did not take very long. Obviously, you've put a whole lot of them together. If we could, again, just touch on the feedback from rack 1.0 to 2.0 and what were the big goals. We've obviously used the rack. You've had a lot of happy customers. But what were the feedbacks? What did people want and what did you guys want?
again, the first thing in our video, what we really wanted to increase was longevity. It does great on a 5-year timeline, even past that, and we want it to go even longer than that. This is a buy the rack one time, never have to buy a rack again. So we improve things like the release lever, gives you better ergonomics, increase the pivot bolt durability, and as well as the center pin durability, so it'll go for much longer. That was the one thing. The next thing is we all know electric bikes are becoming very popular. People want to carry heavier bikes that are heavier than 55 pounds. So each of these baskets will carry 100 pounds now, and the rack itself will carry 300 pounds worth of bike weight. So potentially, if you were taking batteries out, you can haul 3 Surons on the new 2.0.
So our particular rack has the integrated lock.
So we do have the 2 accessories to make the rack kind of like fully built. It has the integrated locking system on it, so you can lock your bikes up while you're stopping to eat a burrito with Drew. And then we also have the light bar on the bottom of it to give you more visibility during the day and at night so that you keep your bikes safe.
All right. Thanks very much, man. Appreciate this. And we will be putting this thing definitely to the test. So stay by for a long-term review. What's under your shirt there, dude?
Good work. Yeah, what is that?
You literally growing a food baby or what is that? Oh, jeez.
I don't chew my burrito.